the history of Pakistan and Nawab and his last turning points. When Pakistan was formed, Agha Abdul Karim or Prince Abdul Karim went to the mountains. At that time, Nawab, as Dr. Mustafa also said, and his son Nawabzada Jamil Bukti also in his interview said that my father tried till before his death to convince the Pakistani establishment, and he has always till 2001 or 2002 always been part of the Pakistani establishment. When in 1948 Agha Abdul Karim Khan went to the mountains, he was shaking hands with Muhammad Ali Jinnah, founder of Pakistan, as an advisor. The second rebellion, when my grandfather was arrested, Nawab Nawroz Khan went to the mountains. Mir Ali Muhammad, Mengal, Mir Lawang Khan, and lot of others who went to the mountains. At that time, Nawab Sahab was the Deputy Defense Minister of Pakistan. I remember because I know Nawab Sahab since I was 6 years old, and the first time I recall was when he came to see my grandfather at his residence. I was sitting near my grandfather. So since then, till I think 5 days before he died, then it was the NAP era. This was the third rebellion, and he was the governor of Balochistan, and it was according to his, because he was the sitting governor, like today it is Nawab Maksi and Nawab Resani, who are the present chief ministers and governors, and there is still Baloch are being tortured and being taken to camps, in jails, missing. Even leaders are being picked up and being killed few days later. So then in the NAP era also, there were a lot of people who went to the mountains practically, in which there is a Marie commander I know who was a very good friend and is a very good friend of mine, Mir Hazar Bijrani, Ramkani Bijrani. And of course many other friends like whom I knew personally, Mir Safar Khan, Agha Salman, and lots of other people who went, and lots of martyrs like Asadullah Mengal, who was the son of Sardar Ataullah Mengal, and scores of other people, Aslam Gichki and other, who, this is a continuity. It didn't start from Nawab Akbar Khan and it won't end at him. This is a continuation which has taken about 63 years and maybe take another 5 to 10 years. As Madem said, maybe we become an independent nation. The turning point of Nawab Akbar Khan's rebellion were two things, which he told me himself. One was the doctor Khalida, and the other was that his house was bombed. These were the two turning points of his rebellion. He wanted to avenge the death or, the rape of Dr. Khalida, and because he was an honorable man, and in Baloch tradition, a woman has a very high position as far as respect is concerned, and honor, because it's seen as an honorable being after God. And the next thing was, from here it started. He was negotiating still with Chaudhry Shujaat and Mushahed Hussain. And it is on record, because when the other Baloch, nationalists or whatever, they backed off from his call, so he said, I am only negotiating for the buktis, not for the whole of Balochistan or the Baloch. And what went wrong over there shouldn't have got to that stage, but it went to that stage that they bombed his house. And before going to the mountain, and when he was in the mountain, I had the honor to speak to the old man, and I was always very respected whenever I went to this old man's place, and I've been there several times, and he's also been to my place. So I asked him, what made you go to the mountain? He said, I am an old man, I lived my life with honor and dignity. And the Punjabi army and the establishment bombed my house. So in other words, bombed my honor and dignity. And this is part of Baloch tradition to safeguard their honor and dignity, for which I am going to give my life. And I know I will die anyhow. I am an old man of 82 years old. Anyhow, I will die. But my death will bring inspiration in the Baloch in the 21st century. Anyway, every human or every living thing has to die. But I want to die and inspire my people that an old man like me, when can die, then what about you young and others in between? So that is what he left, and that is why we are gathered over here. And since 1947 that we got occupied till date, I think this is the 5th, and it will be the last Baloch uprising. Now it is up to the Baloch whether they unite or they lose this chance of freedom from their hands. They have to get over their egos, they have to get over their championships. Baloch nation is the champion, not the leaders, because they are the ones who are sacrificing. The leaders are still sitting in their homes, enjoying all the goodies, whatever there are. So you have to leave your ego behind, and you have to get together to achieve this goal of independence, which will be achieved whether with or without them. Because the Baloch nation has made up their mind that whatever come may, they will achieve independence and freedom. And inshallah they will. And I ended with that.